The rescue operation is still underway in Uman, and the death toll has been rising all day. It stands at 25 in Uman alone, plus those two people who were also killed in Dnipro. As you mentioned, in Dnipro, it was a private home that was struck, as well as a warehouse belonging to a private company. And in Uman, this apartment building bore the brunt of the strike, which also damaged 9 other buildings. In that apartment building in Uman, 27 apartments were destroyed. In addition to those who have been killed, there are, I think, 10 people who've been hospitalized as a result of that strike, which comes as a particularly big shock, not just because it's the first long-range missile strike in 2 months anywhere in Ukraine, but Uman, in the center of the country, far from any front line, really not somewhere where people were expecting any kind of strike. And for the moment, there's been no explanation offered by anyone on the Ukrainian side anyway. The Russians are not denying having made this strike, carried it out, but they're saying that what they hit were places where Ukrainian soldiers were based. The video evidence coming out of both Uman and Dnipro would suggest that that is not actually the case.
So there's no evidence supporting those claims. Of course, there's also this idea that Ukraine might be launching a counteroffensive very soon. Do you think that these strikes have any significance in their timing with regards to that news?
I really don't know how to analyze the timing of these Russian strikes. Sometimes they are dubbed revenge strikes for something that Ukraine has done. Perhaps they are designed to suss out where the Ukrainian air defenses are. Perhaps they're designed to reduce Ukrainian morale or make Ukrainians feel afraid. That's often a theory that's put forward. It's certainly not working. It just makes Ukrainians feel more and more angry. But certainly the context is that Ukraine is preparing a counteroffensive. Alexei Reznikov, the defense minister, said today that preparations are nearly finished. They've been training up thousands of men, creating new brigades, even as they've been defending particularly the city of Bakhmut in Donetsk region in the east of the country, where it has to be said the Russians have made quite significant gains in recent days. The Ukrainians now only control a small part of Bakhmut. Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of the Wagner mercenary group, the Russians who have been among the main leaders of the Russian battle in this attack on Bakhmut, he said the day when we take Bakhmut will be the day when the Ukrainian counteroffensive starts. I don't know whether that's perhaps a theory that we should be taking into account when trying to work out when the Ukrainians are going to go on the attack. But certainly anticipation of that counteroffensive has really reached fever pitch here in Ukraine in recent weeks.